I am Mightykeef.
This is fun. Oh, sorry. I didn't see you there. I was too busy playing my 3DS that I just recently purchased in the year 2021. Now you're probably like, Keith, why would you get a 3DS in 2021? And how come you didn't have one already? It's 2021. Well, my good friend, it's because I was a broke ass nigga. And 8 years ago I had to sell it because I didn't play it anymore. And well, anyways, I finally got it back and I get to play all the cool JRPGs that I didn't get to play in the past, like finishing Bravely Default, Monster Hunter Stories, Dragon Quest VIII, Pokemon Black 2. I could go on and on, but that's not why you're here. But the reason why I'm pretty sure you are here is because, as you can see by this title, I should have uploaded this video 2 weeks ago, pretty much. I think I'll title it that. Because we wanted to talk about, this is a gaming channel, right? I make skits about games. This is a gaming channel, but I never really went over my favorite games of 2020. We had a lot of good games come out last year, and thank God, because we were plagued in 2020 with a lot of BS. We were plagued with pandemics, with white supremacists, with lockdowns, and 12 days into the new year, it looks like that's just gonna happen all over again. So we're gonna need more games. But the games that helped me through last year were immaculate, and I wanted to go over them today. 10 games. Now we had a lot, right? But let's talk about 10 games that I enjoyed. And I'll give you like my game of the year, obviously, at number 1 when we get into that. But let's start off with number 10. Now this is gonna be kind of a surprise because I don't really play FPSs like that anymore. I used to play Halo back in the day, but I don't really like the way the genre is moving with these battle royales and a lot of RNG stuff, but there is one game in particular that came out last year that was the epitome of competitive shooting, and that was Valorant. Now, you know, again, I'm not deep into the shooting community, FPS community or whatever, but I loved this game. Right? My friends played CSGO all the time, and I always hear them talking the jargon or whatever on Discord, but I never really picked up CSGO. And then when Valorant came out, I said, wow, this is pretty dope. It looks pretty fun. And I played it, and that game makes me want to play CSGO more. I don't like the way the BR stuff works, because losing to someone who has like a higher leveled vest than you do at the start of the game, because their building just had a higher levels vest, it kind of leaves a sour spot. And maybe that's just a very casual, I don't know, way of looking at it, or a noob response, but it just doesn't feel genuine. It doesn't feel like I really lost. It felt like I lost to RNG. And I never feel that way with Valorant. If I beat somebody in Valorant in like a one-on-one, I feel like I beat them because I was better than them. And vice versa. If I lose in Valorant, it's because that person was better than me. And I haven't played any other shooting games where I felt that. So I really enjoyed Valorant. Number 9. This one might actually come as a shocker to a lot of people that know me, because they know I love Breath of the Wild. It still is my favorite game on the Nintendo Switch. One of my favorite games I've ever played in my life. Late in the game, in 4th quarter, right? Nintendo drops a bombshell saying they're coming out with a Breath of the Wild prequel that year. They told us in like, I don't know, October, and the thing dropped in November. And I was ecstatic because it was not just any prequel, it was a Dynasty Warriors style game. And I love Dynasty Warriors style games. I have Dynasty Warriors 8 Legends. I have, what's it called? Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. I have Pirate Warriors 3 and 4. I have, what's it called? Oh, yes, sir. Fire Emblem Warriors. I don't know why I forgot the name of this one. But I also have Samurai Warriors 4, which is actually pretty fun. Anyway, I'm a huge Warriors fan because growing up, I played that a lot because, you know, you kind of just were surrounded by a lot of people and you felt like a god because you could just one-shot everybody. And that's fun. That was satisfying to me. So when they told me they were gonna make a Breath of the Wild game with Dynasty Warriors combat, I said, sign me up. I can't wait. And it was part of me was more hype for that than Cyberpunk. But I couldn't, I didn't know for sure because I felt, oh, well, they could always just screw up the story and I'm not gonna like it. But Cyberpunk was a no-brainer, right? CDPR, there's no way it can go bad. It's gonna be an amazing game. We'll get into that a little later. But Hyrule Warriors Calamity was amazing. So why is it number 9, right? Shouldn't it be a lot higher? It's because I got disappointed. It wasn't for the gameplay. It wasn't for the characters, the story. It was the performance of all things. I was so shocked. This game runs terribly. It hurt so bad to go and play this game at like damn near at the lowest 10 to 15 frames per second. And I'm sitting around like, how is this not more talked about? Because this is terrible. I mean, this is absolutely garbage. And I'm seeing other people giving it great reviews and amazing tales, and I'm just like, I want to love this game so much, but I'm literally playing a slideshow, and I don't understand it. And I was waiting. I was like, all right, I'm not gonna play it anymore. I'm gonna wait for maybe a patch in the next week or two. Nothing happened. And then I said, okay, I'll just wait till next year. Maybe a Switch Pro will come out. You know, the frame rate will be better. And I don't even know if that's gonna happen. But honestly, guys, this hurt me a lot because I really was looking forward to this game. 8 is going to be none other than Spider-Man Miles Morales. I loved Miles Morales. It was amazing. It was short. It's like 6 hours, and that's with, you know, a few side quests. It was, you know, it was definitely short, but it did what it needed to in those 6 hours. This game was pretty gripping. I enjoyed the main characters. I enjoyed the main villain. I enjoyed Miles a lot. I'm glad the way they implemented Peter in the game was so good and not invasive. Like, this was Miles Morales' game. And Peter Parker was there occasionally, you know, and that's what I wanted. That's all I wanted. And you could do pretty much everything you could with the swinging around New York, and the atmosphere was beautiful. You know, in fidelity mode or performance mode, it was both amazing. The game was as good as it could be for what it is, right? And so that was an amazing game. For this one, it's actually a little wild because I never play these type of games because I suck at them. Number 7 is Demon's Souls for the PS5. It is so gorgeous, and the combat is so satisfying. I said to myself, why have I never played Dark Souls before? And then I remembered, it's because I suck at these games. I do. I remember playing Sekiro and losing to that first ogre boss over and over and over. And I just wanted to punch myself. And that's the reason why I don't play those type of games. But they're fun. They are incredibly good. And Demon's Souls was like that perfect amount of difficulty to make it feel like I can do this, right? Some of the other Dark Souls games, I feel like it's so difficult, I can't. I downloaded Dark Souls 3 and I'm gonna give that another try. I have Bloodborne for like 3 years. I'll give that a try again. Demon's Souls made me want to play those games again because now I understand it a little bit better. A lot of the mechanics a little bit better. But that was a very well game. 6 is Doom Eternal. That game is so amazing. Remember when I said I don't really play that much deep like FPS games? I'm not in that, that was like, you know, for competitive, you know what I mean? Like I used to play Overwatch, but Valorant was like my most fun. But when it comes to like FPS games, like you versus the environment type thing, or you versus the NPC, Doom Eternal is a masterpiece. The game is a phenomenal game. It is so fun, and it's so challenging, and it's just so fast paced. It's so good. And the fact they didn't win any awards just disgusts me. So I'm putting it on mine at number 6. And here we go, top 5 of 2020, baby. And 5, who I said could be interchanged with Doom Eternal, is gonna have to go to Cyberpunk 2077. This was the game that was supposed to change our lives, guys. This was the game that was supposed to end world hunger, cure cancer, find me a wife. It was supposed to do everything. It fell short a little bit, but I still think it was an incredible game. The game's phenomenal. I love the side quests. I think the Pan Am side quest is probably the best experience I had with the game. But there's so many good, and I like that they did that. I like that they made the side quest kind of the bulk of the game because they knew a lot of people weren't able to play like a 60-hour main quest game because they ain't part of that JRPG life, right? So they wanted something a little bit small, like a 20-hour game, and that is what it is. The main quest is only about 20-25 hours, but the real bulk of it is the side quests, and those were amazing. This is for if you didn't have many bugs or glitch issues. If you did, then obviously, you know, this game probably wouldn't be on your list. 4, wait, 4, but I'm gonna keep this 2 up because at number 4 is The Last of Us 2. Oof, good God, 2 controversial games back to back. Come on, Keith, the whole audience is gone. They disliked the whole video. Last of Us 2 was an amazing game, in my opinion. Now I get it, guys. I get it. You hate the way some people died. I'm trying not to put spoilers on this. You hate the way some people died. You hate the way some people changed their characteristics, right? You hate the way maybe the pacing was. You hated the villain. I understand. All right? When there are moral dilemmas that is being presented to the audience and the characters don't take the path you want them to, it's always gonna cause controversy. But I love that shit. I think they dropped you into the game. The atmosphere was amazing. I do agree, for the most part, of Ellie's decision. I think it could have been explained a little bit better near the end. You know, maybe had Joel talk to her a little bit more in some type of flashback, like, hey, you know, you're better than this. I don't know. They could have done it a little bit better, but after playing it a second time, I was like, okay, yeah, I get it, you know, I understand. Top 3, it's gonna be, yeah, another remake, crazy. Final Fantasy VII Remake. I think that might have even also had some controversy, didn't it? Damn, 3 games back to back with controversy. What am I doing? It's almost as if every big title has people who like it and dislike it. Crazy. The music was 10 out of 10, all right? I don't understand how they made a masterpiece even more masterpiece-ish. The music somehow is even better than the original. I didn't think it was possible, but here we are. Gameplay was fun. The combat was actually pretty fun. You couldn't just button mash like, you know, anything else or whatever. I say that and love Dynasty Warriors, huh? But it was actually, you know, you had to think through it. There was a certain rhythm you had to go with it, and the characters were just as you remember them. They're fun. Everyone's still just their character. And yeah, it did get a little bit Kingdom Hearts-ish near the end, but you know, Nomura. Now in number 2, and this is actually a very recently added game to this lineup, because last night, Last of Us 2 was at the 2 spot. But then I put this game in, and I started to revise my top 5, and I had to put Last of Us a little bit down. Number 2 is Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Xenoblade Chronicles, all right? I finally finished the game. That is an amazing game. It's just like every JRPG where it kind of starts kind of sluggish, you know what I mean? And then they start dropping bombs on you near the end. And then it's even more bombs at the very, very end. And it's just, good Lord, everything connected so well. And that was kind of, that's what made it satisfying, because you don't want to play a 70-hour game and then storylines not match up or end or anything. You want it to be like, okay, everything is finally the way it should be, or everything happened the way, everything makes sense. And Xenoblade Chronicles did a great job. I never played it when it came out for the 3DS or the Wii a long time ago. So when it came out for this, I was like, of course I'm gonna get it, because I played Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and I loved it. So I'm putting that as number 2. For number 1, numero uno, the best game of 2020, IMO, has to be, undeniably, Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima. It was an amazing game from start to finish. No matter what, it was immaculate. The combat was so satisfying. The exploration was so rewarding. The visuals were so orgasmic. Everything in that game made sense. There was a reason to do everything. Even the side quests. Everything had a purpose to either bettering your character or bettering your experience of the world building. It was so good. I said to myself, and I didn't even know the game was gonna drop until a month before it dropped. That's what's crazy. Ghost of Tsushima wasn't even on my radar because I didn't even know that was a thing, right? I know Sucker Punch is a good studio, so I was like, okay, cool. When I heard it was by Sucker Punch, I said, I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna see how it is. You know, I'm a YouTuber, so I figured I'd get it day one. You know, do some videos, and I got hooked. I said, I can't believe it's this good. And then they dropped a multiplayer at the end of the year for free? Are you dumb? How can you do this? How can you drop a banger and then a banger that multiple people can play simultaneously? How? How is it possible? But they did it. But that's my top 20, top 10, guys. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you guys are having a good rest of the week. And you know, I'm gonna have some skits cooking up for hopefully this weekend. I'm still a little sore after getting the tooth removed, and I'm not gonna show you all, but I'm at like 96% right now, so I'm good to do a lot of activities, running around, talking a lot, stuff like that. So I should have some skits coming out this weekend, maybe even by Friday. It's Tuesday, so probably by Friday. Hope you guys enjoyed though. And let me know what you guys think. What was your top 10 of last year, and what are you looking for this year? Let me know. Take care. Love y'all. Peace.
Boy, that's just crazy.